Week 8 is behind us. We are on to week 9. That means let's talk 5 moves to make heading into the second half of the fantasy season here. So let's get into it. Move number 1. This hurts. And it's add Jaren Hall. And the reason it hurts is because Kirk Cousins likely has a torn Achilles. And that has not been confirmed at the time of this recording. But when that news gets confirmed, that is going to be a gut punch. Not only for Kirk Cousins, because he's a free agent and has wanted to get paid, but for fantasy, because when Justin Jefferson comes back, Jaren Hall is now throwing to Justin Jefferson. Jaren Hall is now throwing to Jordan Addison. Jaren Hall is now throwing to TJ Hawkinson. That offense as a whole is going to take a massive dip. However, I'm still going to add Jaren Hall for a number of reasons. One, listen to the players we just listed. He is throwing to elite weapons. They are going to make his life slightly easier, at least slightly easier for a 5th round rookie quarterback. And on top of that, in college, Jaren Hall ran. Like he ran for 300 plus yards his last 2 seasons in college. He runs a 4.7 40. He is capable of gaining rushing yards, something that Kirk Cousins simply didn't do or wouldn't do at his age. So there is that piece from a fantasy perspective that's going to be interesting. Ultimately, though, I think this hurts everybody in the offense. I don't think that's shocking news. I think that's going to be the consensus take here. But Jaren Hall, because of the rushing upside and the weapons, has a chance to be a back-end QB2 as a rookie. Sticking with the theme of quarterback here, we're going to go and add Taylor Heinicke as well. Now, Desmond Ridder leaves this game with a potential concussion. He gets cleared. However, he does not come back in. So I think it's safe to say the assumption is Desmond Ridder has been benched, or at least he was benched this week, which means it's possible he gets benched again in the future. Either way, Taylor Heinicke is the main beneficiary because he gets thrust into the starting lineup. And Taylor Heinicke is capable of being a QB2. And in this offense, with the weapons they have, assuming Arthur Smith lets them do what they're supposed to do, right? Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Taylor Heinicke can have a lot of success in this offense. Is he going to be a top 15 quarterback? Probably not. I don't think that's a reasonable expectation. But in the right matchup, against the right teams, with the healthy players, he can be a top 20 guy on any given week. So I think Taylor Heinicke has to be added, especially if Desmond Ridder is no longer the starter. You want a piece of this offense because the weapons are fantastic. Hopefully they're willing to throw a little bit more, and the throws are a little bit better with Taylor Heinicke than Desmond Ridder, though. Before we get to move number 3, guys, if you want an extension of this video, if you want 7 moves to make, check out the DLF YouTube membership underneath the bonus content here. You get 2 additional moves on our 5 moves to make video, and you get an additional video every single week who is not available to just our regular subscribers of YouTube. So check it out, guys, the DLF YouTube membership for a bunch of extra content in and out of the season. So back to move number 3 here. We're going to stick at the quarterback position, and we are going to trade for Kyler Murray. Now, admittedly, the best time to trade for Kyler was last week, and the best time before that was the week before, and so on and so on and so on. Basically, once Kyler got hurt, that was the moment in time to trade for him. The next best time is right now. That is the truth because he's not on the field yet. He may not even play for the Cardinals again, but I don't really care because I think when he comes back this season, he's going to be fine. You're going to get a top 20 quarterback. That's not why I'm buying Kyler Murray. I am buying Kyler Murray for after this season. I am buying Kyler Murray for 2024 and beyond because when he's healthy, and I mean fully healthy, fully recovered from an ACL tear, and he is playing well, he is a top 7, top 8 quarterback because of the rushing upside, because of the accuracy. Kyler Murray is a good fantasy quarterback. I'm not going to go so far as to say he's a great NFL quarterback, but he's good. Like, he is in that tier of very good. Again, I'm going to give up a 2024 first for Kyler. I think that's an easy move because think a year from now. Are you comfortable giving up a future first for a top 10 quarterback? The answer is obviously yes in Superflex leagues. So that should be the price that you're willing to go to now because it's still going to look like a discount 365 days from now. Pivoting over to wide receivers here, move number 4, we are going to go out and trade for T. Higgins. And I know, it's been disgusting. T. Higgins has been objectively bad this year. He just put up his best game since week 2, and he barely cleared 10 points. So I get the hesitation, but we are a talent-first channel. We talk about it all the time. Talent over situation. The situation right now was to start the year, Joe Burrow was hurt and banged up. And then T. Higgins was hurt and banged up. But he is now trending in the right direction coming out of the bye week, right? Basically, prior to the bye, he played half a game, missed a game, played half a game. He comes out and is close to a full-time player again out of the bye week, which also leads to his best fantasy performance, like I said, since week 2. T. Higgins is going to get right. We have seen T. Higgins average 15, 16, 17 fantasy points per game when fully healthy over the last couple of seasons. And if he gets out of Cincinnati after this season, you have a potential wide receiver 1 in another offense. So T. Higgins, someone I'm buying without hesitation. I don't know if you have to give up a first for him right now. I think that's probably near the peak of value. But multiple seconds, or like Josh Downs and a couple seconds, Rashid Rice and a second, that may get somebody to give up T. Higgins considering where his value has gone over the last month. And to close this out, move number 5. We are looking to sell Rashid Shaheed off of his massive game, right? You're looking at a player that just put up 24.3 points on 3 targets, 3 catches, 153 yards and a touchdown. That's awesome. That is a great day. And people may look and say, man, well, Rashid Shaheed, he's only in year 2. He's just getting better as a wide receiver. And that might be true. I mean, the year 2 part is true, but he might be getting better. But he's 25 years old, and he is a gadget player. He is a guy that is really not a high-volume type of player, given what he runs on the field, his role in this offense. He's never going to be a 8 to 9 target guy, a 7 to 9 target guy. He is not a high-volume play. So he's going to have big games. There is no question about it. But the target share isn't going to get much better than this, right? A guy that will be 26 in year 3 of his NFL career, nearing his prime. I am just happy to sell Rashid Shaheed because you probably picked him up off of waivers. You got him for free, most likely. If I can cash him out for a second, that is a no-brainer to me because I want a player that has a higher ceiling, a higher consistent ceiling than Rashid Shaheed, right? Again, he is a deep ball player that is going to make big plays. Rashid Shaheed is basically less fancy Gabe Davis. And that might be mean to Gabe Davis, honestly. So Rashid Shaheed, sell him for a second, get out now off of the big game. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. Again, if you like what we are doing, you want an extension of this video, you want extra content every single week, check out the DLF YouTube membership. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.